For your own protection, leave her right away if she tells you any of these 10 things. Stoic life lessons. Being calm and stoic is the pinnacle of self-actualization. This passage from Zen Buddhism has a lot to say on the subject of Stoicism today. Have there ever been times when you were wounded or perplexed by something your spouse said? It's obvious that it's time to put your health first if she tells you these 10 things. And depart today, we explore the 10 warning signs of disrespectful behavior. With love from your spouse, are you prepared to take charge of your life? And make sure the person you're with genuinely values you. Share your experiences and ideas by leaving a comment below. If you think this article beneficial, your insights might be useful to others in similar situations. To keep updated, kindly hit the bell symbol and like the video. With further Stoic life lessons, let's explore the reality and protect your happiness. First statement: I don't need a man. The statement, I don't need a man, from a lady is a serious warning sign that you should take seriously. Although it could appear to be a statement of independence at first, it actually highlights a more serious problem. She could not think highly of you or the part you play in any relationship. Being recognized and acknowledged is a basic need, not just a want. This comment suggests that she might not recognize or value your presence, assistance, or efforts, as Marcus Aurelius stated. If you stay in a relationship, the quality of your ideas will determine how happy you are in life. Feeling underappreciated will always result in sadness and discontent. Being required is fundamental to a man's identity, so you naturally want to fulfill that desire. This need to safeguard and assist your spouse does not imply encouraging dependency, but about carrying out your share in a cooperative relationship. If she explicitly says she doesn't require you, it's obvious that she won't let you play these parts, which will make you feel unnecessary and useless. Your sense of purpose and self-worth may be undermined by this imbalance. To live a life of purpose is what every person should aspire to, according to Stoic beliefs. And contribute in a happy partnership, where both parties rely on and encourage one another, establishing a healthy and balanced dynamic. Thus, if she doesn't require your help, the odds are not in your favor, and this unbalance is bad for your mental health. Seneca famously stated, "We suffer more often in our imaginations than in reality with regard to mental health." The truth is that being undervalued in a relationship will lead to serious suffering. Therefore, it's imperative to recognize this warning sign and have the guts to leave. By doing this, you're providing space for someone who genuinely appreciates respect, in addition to maintaining your own dignity, wants, and values you. This Stoic approach reminds us that happiness is a result of, and well-being rely on, selecting the right people to enter our lives. It is not cowardly to leave a relationship if you are not cherished. However, embracing the Stoic life lesson is a courageous step towards self-preservation and genuine happiness. That emphasizes the value of respect and mutual reliance in partnerships. Knowing what Stoicism is and putting its precepts into practice in your day-to-day activities can help you make better decisions that result in a life that is more balanced and fulfilling. Never forget that you deserve a spouse that appreciates your accomplishments and acknowledges your importance, guaranteeing a positive, encouraging, and mutually beneficial relationship. The second is, my friends come first. You should listen carefully if she tells you that her buddies are more important than you. Her priorities are evident in this statement, and sadly, you're not at the top of the list. Prioritizing one another is a must for both parties in a good relationship. It's critical to retain a friendship while forging a solid and encouraging relationship. When your lover consistently prioritizes her friends over you, you should be seen as their major confidant and companion. It demonstrates a lack of regard and dedication to the partnership. Consider whether it is worthwhile to continue a relationship. A Stoic mindset helps us to see our value in situations where you always feel like you're second best, and refuse to give us what we deserve. Ending a relationship in which you feel unimportant is a brave and self-respecting deed that is necessary for your happiness and well-being. Do you share this point of view? If so, please comment, "I do." We can relate to others who hold similar views, but keep in mind that respect is the foundation of a happy relationship. If she is unwilling to put you first, then love and reciprocal prioritizing of each other's needs are required. Then you should respect yourself enough to move on and find someone who is prepared to do that. You look for a mate who genuinely appreciates and cherishes you in order to secure your long-term pleasure and well-being. You need to change is the third number. A woman telling you that you need to change is a clear red flag. That ought to cause you to reevaluate the nature of your partnership, as this statement suggests that she is not. Rather than embracing you as you are, she wishes to transform you into her ideal self. This is far from a healthy picture of the ideal mate. You deserve to be cherished, being valued for who you really are, rather than being forced to live out someone else's ideal. Know yourself first, as the great Stoic philosopher Epictetus advised, and if she keeps asking you to change, then dress accordingly. It's a clue that she's more infatuated with a fake version of you than with you in real life. Your uniqueness is undermined by this lack of acceptance, which can also negatively impact your self-esteem. Think on your own identity, your strengths and weaknesses as a person. A spouse who genuinely loves you will accept all of these parts of you and value you for who you are. When she says you have to change, you are not for who they want you to be. It's comparable to telling someone they aren't good enough as they are, which can cause feelings of inadequacy and undermine your own value. Everyone is worthy of a mate who shows them genuine affection and respects who they really are. Let's apply this to a contemporary situation. Consider a co-worker who constantly tries to alter how you approach jobs. At first, you may attempt to adjust. However, this constant pressure to change might eventually wear you out and cause you to doubt your own talents. In a similar vein, persistent demands for change in a relationship can undermine your self-worth and confidence. Why continue in a relationship if you aren't valued for who you really are? Consider how it might feel to be in a relationship where the other person values you for who you are. Being with someone who loves and accepts you for who you really are, isn't it more fulfilling? These are significant inquiries that can assist you in considering the state of your partnership. The Stoic method instructs us to value who we are and to never accept anything less. According to Marcus Aurelius, a person's ideas can color their soul. If you give in to someone's relentless criticism and pressure to change, you will unavoidably start to doubt yourself. Adopt the knowledge of Stoicism today by realizing that you deserve to be completely accepted by someone. It takes bravery and self-preservation to leave a relationship where you are not welcomed for who you are. It is necessary for your general well-being and Stoic contentment. Keep in mind that your happiness and self-worth are too important to sacrifice. Look for a companion who affirms you as you are and encourages you on your path to bettering yourself. Without attempting to use it to alter who you are at your core today, you'll discover a genuinely satisfying partnership that adheres to Stoic ideals. The fourth statement is, "I'm not ready for a relationship." She's telling you honestly when she says, "I'm not ready for a relationship." She is unable to admit that this is more than just a jesting comment. It indicates that your relationship goals are fundamentally out of alignment, whether because of unresolved emotional difficulties, other responsibilities, or just not seeing a future with you. Her words make it quite evident that she is unwilling to put in the time and effort. Marcus Aurelius famously observed that in order for a connection to be significant, maintaining a relationship with someone determines the quality of your ideas, which in turn determines how happy your life will be. Who is not prepared? You are squandering time and setting yourself up for failure. Think about the kind of spouse you really deserve. Someone who is equally, when she says she's not ready, be as devoted to the relationship and delighted as you are. She is waiting for her to change and is not completely committed to you or the relationship. Her thinking is a pointless endeavor. Mutual willingness is necessary for a healthy connection. If she's not ready to share lives, encourage one another, and grow together, she won't provide you the stability and commitment you require. Think about it. Do you want to be with someone? Who else wouldn't be willing to work as hard as you do? If so, please respond. If not, kindly remember Seneca's excellent observation. The impoverished man is not the one with too little. Rather, it is the one who yearns for more. In the context of partnerships, desiring a more profound dedication from an unprepared party will only result in discontent in the contemporary life that we frequently find ourselves juggling. Many obligations and diversions that make it simple to ignore relationship warning signs. However, your well-being depends on you identifying and responding to these signals. It's critical that you respect yourself enough to leave her alone if she isn't ready to commit. You should be with someone who is excited to start a future with you and values you. Not only does waiting for someone to be ready impede your peace of mind, but it also prolongs your misery. Thus, pay close attention to her statements that she's not ready for a relationship and treat them seriously. Seek for someone you can respect yourself, and don't settle for someone who isn't eager to commit, who's willing to make the investment in a future together. This strategy not only ensures your happiness, but also adheres to the Stoic values of self-respect and meaningful existence. The fifth saying is, you don't make enough money. She telling you that you don't earn enough money is a clear warning sign that shouldn't be disregarded. This phrase indicates that she places more value on worldly fortune than on your moral fiber and your life's work. And connection by concentrating on your money, she isn't getting to know the real you. But this shows that she might be more interested in what you have to offer than just gauging your value based only on your financial situation. You are more able to give materially than with your personal qualities. Seneca once stated that a man is not poor if he has too little. Rather, he is poor if he craves more. This excessive yearning for more might show up in a relationship, such as placing a higher value on money than on deep connections. Consider this. You put in a lot of work, you put up a lot of effort, and you should be respected for more than simply your salary. A lady effectively ties your value to your income when she tells you that you don't make enough. It can make you feel unworthy and inadequate. Instead, you need a companion who values the work you do, your principles and the qualities that make you who you really are and withstand considerably more than any financial ups and downs, because money is ephemeral. But if she's obsessed with your salary, then the things that make you a decent man are enduring. She is omitting the most important aspect of your genuine value. Think about how it would make you feel if your worth. If the basis of a relationship was one's financial situation, wouldn't that compromise the fundamental support and respect that each other should have for one another in a good relationship? The deeper facets of your personality won't be appreciated by a woman who only cares about your bank account and contributions. Today's Stoicism teaches us the value of appreciating our inherent worth and denying outside influences the ability to determine our value in the modern world, where it's simple to become engrossed in the race-want monetary success. But real Stoic contentment originates from the heart and is derived from being accepted for who we are, not what we have, since after thinking about it, You realize that you deserve someone who can and values your genuine worth more than money. Your pleasure and sense of self-worth are paramount and should never be sacrificed in order to satisfy flimsy expectations. Therefore, when she claims you don't earn enough money, consider it a signal to re-evaluate the partnership and make it truly fulfilling. Is based on love, respect and support for one another, not wealth. Remaining apart from someone who is only interested in your money is a sign of respect for yourself. And bravery, look for a mate that accepts you for who you are and is prepared to create a life based on mutual support and shared values. By adhering to Stoic ideas, you can live a better and more satisfying life. Keep in mind that your happiness and sense of value are far more valuable than any quantity of money. The sixth is, I don't trust you. If she tells you, I don't trust you, that's a serious red flag that should not be disregarded. Any healthy relationship must have trust as its cornerstone, because without it, there is no firm base upon which to grow. Her lack of trust indicates that she is constantly unsure of you. It may result in ongoing mistrust, accusations, and disputes. You'll discover that you have to continually tread carefully in an effort to uphold your honesty, which, as legendary professors once stated, is neither good for you nor the partnership. Having minimal needs and few large belongings is what defines riches. Great gestures are not necessary for a relationship to be rich in trust. Rather, mutual respect and belief are enough. When you think about it, trust is about having the confidence that your partner believes in you and will support you. There can be no serenity or stability in the relationship if she doesn't trust you. You deserve to be trusted and given the benefit of the doubt by someone. If she is continuously doubting what you say, checking your phone, or questioning your conduct, it is incredibly disrespectful and draining to be in a relationship. Where relationships are frequently characterized by constant defense against unfounded charges in today's society. More than ever, trust must be maintained despite being put to the test by outside demands and diversions. You will never find stability and tranquility with a mate who is constantly suspicious and fails to see your actual worth. Marcus Aurelius correctly pointed out that the quality of your life determines how happy you are. If skepticism and suspicion permeate your thoughts on a regular basis, your happiness will unavoidably decrease. Consequently, you should reconsider your relationship if she tells you she doesn't trust you. You should have a spouse that cherishes the trust you give them and who fully trusts you. Spend less time attempting to convince someone who doesn't believe in you. Go and locate someone who is in line with your beliefs and recognizes the benefits of mutual trust. This choice maintains your peace of mind because it is in line with the Stoic mindset, and attain genuine Stoic contentment. The seventh line is, I'm too good for you. It is a clear warning sign that should not be disregarded when a lady tells you over and over again that you are too wonderful for them. This statement displays a dangerous attitude of superiority and a deep lack of respect. Such actions go against the fundamental idea of respect and affection for one another. That hearing that someone else is superior to you all the time is not good for a relationship, can undermine your self-worth and lead to an unbalanced power dynamic that makes you feel undeserving and inadequate. The ageless wisdom of Stoic philosophy helps us to acknowledge our intrinsic value and not let people denigrate us, said renowned Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius, true to pattern. The finest method of retaliation is to change from the one who caused the harm. This quotation highlights how crucial it is to uphold our moral character and self-respect. Considering the rudeness that permeates modern society, it is much more important to internalize in situations when self-worth is frequently influenced by outside validation. The Stoic life lessons and acknowledge our inherent worth. When someone persistently diminishes your value, it's imperative to gather the courage. Remaining in the relationship is about protecting your mental health and dignity, not about getting even. Never sacrifice your self-respect by remaining in such a toxic environment. May only disturb your inner tranquility. By leaving, you validate your value and show that you won't put up with disrespect. By applying Stoic life lessons to your day-to-day activities, can assist you in navigating relationships with clarity and a sense of purpose. Knowing what Stoicism is and how it relates to your own experiences can change the way you think about relationships. It teaches you to respect yourself, appreciate your dignity, and know when to leave a situation. Remember that keeping your inner peace is vital for your own well-being. And if you ever find yourself in a circumstance where you feel like giving up your self-worth for a relationship, when someone tells you again and over again that you are too good for them, remember the Stoic advice to appreciate yourself and muster the bravery to depart for your own mental health. The 8th line is, "I'm not over my ex." If a lady keeps saying she's not over her ex, that should be a big red signal for you. This claim indicates unresolved emotions and emotional baggage that could seriously the development and harmony of your partnership within the context of Stoicism and present moment living. Because as the Stoic philosopher Seneca sagely said, abiding by the past is a basic concept. Start living right away and treat every day as a distinct life. She is unable to give her all to something if she is still emotionally tied to the past. The current relationship with you, this involvement could cause needless conflict. Imagine constructing a house on a precarious foundation, confusion and unavoidable pain. Similarly, attempting to maintain a relationship with someone is doomed to fail. Who is still deeply connected to their history can only cause them to be disappointed. In today's environment, where enduring attachments to the past can strain relationships, it's critical for spouses to understand the effects of unresolved emotions. A contemporary example might be a co-worker who begins dating someone new, but is often comparing them to their former relationship, establishing a poisonous atmosphere that prevents the new partnership from thriving. This situation speaks to a lot of people because it illustrates how previous attachments might undermine potential for the future and present happiness. Your emotional health should be your top priority as a Stoic. And unwavering contentment, you merit a companion that is totally dedicated, on board, and prepared to start a future with you. She might require more time to recuperate if she's still obsessed with her ex, and autonomously address her history, support her in finding closure, and help her go forward. However, when you're in a relationship, keep your personal demands and boundaries in mind. When one person isn't emotionally present to the other, can be exhausting and upsetting. If you were continuously compared to someone from the past, how would it make you feel? These are essential things to consider. Could you ever be completely content in such a scenario? Because they assist you in considering the consequences of continuing a relationship that is full of unsolved difficulties. Answering these queries can encourage communication and debate as well. Among individuals going through similar things, letting them know they're not alone. Rank 9. You should be more like my friend's boyfriend. In any relationship, hearing someone say, "You should be more like my friend's boyfriend," is a dead giveaway. Such comparisons can gradually undermine the basis of mutual respect and trust, leading to feelings of fear and resentment over time. Stoicism is a philosophy that emphasizes restraint and inner fortitude, provides insightful analysis of this problem. Epictetus famously remarked, "It's not what happens to you. However, it's how you respond to it that counts." If a woman constantly makes comparisons, her friend's partner is indicating deep-seated discontent to you. and sometimes unjustified expectations, this conduct might undermine your self-worth and confidence, establishing a setting in which you feel inadequate and are continuously judged. Respect and admiration for one another's individuality are essential components of a happy marriage. Imagine the toll on your mental health rather than how they compare to others. Adopting a Stoic mindset becomes essential if these comparisons drive you to feel inadequate all the time. By keeping your attention on your deeds and letting go of other people's thoughts, you can preserve your mental tranquility and dignity, according to the philosopher Marcus Aurelius, stressed in his meditations the significance of self-awareness and self-acceptance. This is central to Stoicism. Consider how you might genuinely flourish and develop. Is it reasonable to shape yourself into someone else's ideal if you are constantly told to be someone else? If such comparisons persist, giving up your own identity and happiness in the process, it's obvious that she doesn't respect you for who you are or what's best for your personal welfare. While ending the relationship could be a good decision, doing so does not imply giving up on love. But looking for a relationship where you're appreciated and cherished for who you really are, consider what you are entitled to in a relationship: respect, gratitude, and unwavering love. As Seneca sagely observed, "Why settle for anything less? Remember." We suffer more often in our minds than in actuality, so don't allow loneliness paralyze you. Keep you in a bad relationship with someone who doesn't truly appreciate you in the long run. For who you are will make a big difference in your happiness and personal development. Accept the Stoic teachings and deliberately choose to put your mental and emotional well-being first. You should be in a relationship based on appreciation and respect for one another, not one that is based on comparisons and unattainable expectations. While navigating this, bear in mind the Stoic precept. Instead of concentrating on your controllable behaviors, reactions, and decisions, the 10th statement is, "I can do better than you." When a woman says, "I can do better than you," it's not just an insulting statement. It's an obvious act of disdain and a deep-seated disregard for your identity. Given what you provide to the partnership, such remarks can seriously damage your sense of self-worth and cause you to doubt your value. Stoicism is a philosophy that emphasizes fortitude and inner fortitude. Provides insightful information here, as Marcus Aurelius sagely said, "You will find strength because you are in control of your thoughts, regardless of what happens around you." Thus, even if you have no control over what other people say or do, you do have power over how you respond to them. Recognizing such negativity as harmful is crucial when dealing with it. Regular comments that diminish your value are blatant signs that the relationship lacks the basis of appreciation and respect for one another that makes a partnership successful. We frequently feel pressured by modern life to continue in relationships that are not as fulfilling. However, the Stoic lesson of this situation is to put your mental and emotional health first. A healthy partnership should, above all, be a source of support, love and respect for one another in the event that your spouse continuously fails to see your worth. This implies she deserves a better person. This is a warning sign that should not be disregarded. Adopting the Stoic concept of self-respect entails realizing your value and refusing to accept anything less than what you deserve in the fast-paced world of today. Knowing what Stoicism is will help you work with grace through these difficulties, and strength is about upholding your dignity rather than responding to every slight. While selecting companionships that uplift your soul, ending a poisonous relationship is never simple. However, it's an essential step in maintaining your emotional well-being and sense of dignity. The Stoic method instructs us to distance ourselves from negative influences and concentrate on our controllable actions, our own ideas and deeds, and by doing this, we can discover the courage to leave conditions behind. that fail to recognize our worth. Keep in mind, a spouse who genuinely values and adores you would always emphasize your qualities rather than make you feel inadequate or undeserving, and aid in your development as you manage your relationships while keeping the Stoic teachings in mind. That lead you to a life of inner strength and tranquility. Do not allow anyone's unfavorable opinion. Determine your own value and look for partnerships based on respect for one another and sincere gratitude. This is a lesson in life that goes beyond only love. That, by appreciating oneself, can change the way you engage with the outside world, and expecting others to treat you with the same dignity, you build a fulfilling and dignified existence. Thus, if you hear someone say, "I can do better than you," use that as a signal to assess your relationship. Analyze carefully and, if needed, exercise the courage to depart for your own safety. Understanding is the first step in building a happy and respectful relationship, and using these Stoic life lessons as guidance. Conclusion: Stoic life lessons. Stoicism: if she tells you these 10 things, leave her right away for your own good. As we wrap up today's Stoic video, keep in mind the important details. It is imperative that you leave right away for your personal well-being. If she tells you any of these 10 things, you should be with someone who respects and values you. Don't ignore the warning signs. Consider these insights carefully, because your happiness and mental health are very important, and make decisions that result in a better, more fulfilling life. What do you think about these warning signs? If you've been in any similar circumstances, please share your stories in the comments section below. If this video was useful to you, please hit the bell symbol and like it. To receive updates on additional Stoic life lessons, continue to be intelligent and strong.